Breaking tonight, a lot happening during this show. Just announced, the president-elect has selected. Breaking tonight, a lot happening during this show. Just announced, the president-elect has selected Pam Bondi as the next Attorney General of the United States.
PJB.
This announcement from the president-elect. I'm proud to announce former Attorney General of the great state of Florida, Pam Bondi, as our next Attorney General of the United States.
Joe Bondi.
For nearly 20 years, where she
Pam Joe Bondi. J.O. Joe.
During this show, just announced, the president-elect has selected Pam Bondi as the next Attorney General of the United States. I'll read from this announcement from the president-elect. I'm proud to announce former Attorney General of the great state of Florida, Pam Bondi, as our next Attorney General of the United States. Pam was a prosecutor for nearly 20 years, where she was very tough on violent criminals and made the streets safe for Florida families. Then, as Florida's
that part is
from the president.
dope.
I'm proud to announce former Attorney General of the great state of Florida, Pam Bondi, as our next Attorney General of the United States. Pam was a prosecutor for nearly 20 years, where she was very tough on violent criminals and made the streets safe for Florida families. Then, as Florida's first female Attorney General, she worked to stop the trafficking of deadly drugs and reduce the tragedy of fentanyl overdoses deaths, which have destroyed many families in our country.
To be venerated and extolled.
Incredible General. She worked to stop the trafficking of deadly drugs and reduce the tragedy of fentanyl overdoses deaths, which have destroyed many families in our country. She did such an incredible job that I asked her to serve as our Opioid and Drug Abuse Commission. During my first term, we saved many lives. Again, he goes on to say she's smart and tough and is America First fighter who will do a terrific job as Attorney General. Again, Pam Bondi from Florida. The next nominee for President-elect Trump, who obviously...
this took place after Gates withdrew.
As Attorney General.
This took place after Gates withdrew.
So today that Matt Gates pulled his name from nomination as the votes were not there on Capitol Hill.
Is this just a confirmation that would essentially sail through Scott or not?
Well, I don't think you can consider anybody, just they're going to sail without any kind of real process. She's going to have to go through a process like everybody else. But I can tell you, this is a massive upgrade. I've talked to a couple people up on the Hill already. There's a sigh of relief that now we have somebody here, two-term AG, strong record on drug enforcement and opioid issues, a total hawk on immigration, politically supportive of Trump, obviously. I don't know a Republican in the country who doesn't love Pam Bondi. So you were starting with Gates, a nominee who was underwater significantly to start and was going to always be hard to get to the surface. With Bondi, I do think you're starting above water, and as long as she performs in her hearings, and look, this is somebody who's been through 2 elections in a really big state, and so a lot of public vetting of her is going on already. So I think this is a great move by Trump to be pragmatic and tell Gates to get out, and a really good move to go with Bondi. This is not a shaky limb. This is a sturdy branch he's going with for AG here.
Well, we can't question her.
Yeah, well, 2-term AG, strong track record. I didn't really know who she was. I just knew. I was looking up and saw she was the Attorney General of Florida. That's all I knew about her.
I thought I seen her speak somewhere, bro. But maybe I'm tripping. I don't know.
Yeah, I think this is my first time seeing her.
Same.
She was at one of those events we went to.
You can't question her credibility at all, man. She won Attorney General in Florida twice.
Yeah, and the fact that she comes with, no disrespect to Matt Gates, she comes with less distraction and less dirt and skeletons in the closet. I mean, I think it's a better pick. Personally, I can't sit here and say it's a bad pick based on not knowing who she is, because I didn't know who J.D. Vance was, and I think it ended up being a good pick. So I guess we'll just have to trust what we voted for.
Certain people have concerns because she did get accused of taking a bribe from DJT to influence her behavior. They said it is alleged that she took $25K from DJT. Um, um, it is alleged that DJT sent 25K to her campaign to prevent her from suing him for fraud and pursuing the Trump University fraud case. It is alleged that DJT sent 25K to her campaign to prevent her from suing him and pursuing the Trump University fraud case. It is alleged that DJT sent 25K. It is alleged that DJT sent 25K to her campaign to prevent her from suing him and pursuing the Trump University case. It is alleged that DJT sent 25K to her campaign to prevent her from suing him and pursuing the Trump University fraud case. They both denied the donation and they both denied the donation and the bribe. They both denied the donation and the bribe. So we don't know if she is. So we have to wait for the facts to come out. We have to wait for the facts to come out before saying she is corrupt or not. We must wait for the facts to come out before saying she is corrupt or not. But if she did do that, she is a bozo. Merit-wise, she is dope. Merit-wise, merit-wise, she is dope. Merit-wise, she is dope. Merit-wise, she is dope. Merit-wise, she is dope. But morally, we have to see.
It's a bad pick based on not knowing who she is, because I didn't know who JD Vance was, and I think he ended up being a good pick. So I guess let's see. We'll just have to trust what we voted for.
Well, I was a prosecutor. I was a homicide prosecutor for 18 years. I was Florida's first female attorney general, and I was special advisor to Donald Trump, Office of White House Counsel. But but most importantly, I'm his friend. And I was in that White House, and we all know he surrounded himself with a lot of brilliant women. How many women here tonight support Donald Trump? And backstage, look at these beautiful women sitting behind me. Sorry, guys, in the front row. Donald Trump. That was the greatest gift Mark Cuban could give Donald Trump, I think, by saying something so ignorant and stupid. So I have a message from Mark Cuban. From all of us here tonight, underestimate us. This is going to be fun. These criminals made one very...
She cooked Cuban with that. She did. She really did. She did cook the dude. She did cook the dudes with that.
Underestimate us. This is going to be fun. These criminals made one very big mistake. They wound up in Polk County. And I'll tell you, it's bad enough in one thing
She said,
to profit
don't
from poisoning
play.
others, but it's another when you bring drugs
This
from Mexico
ain't
into
sweet.
our country, California, Texas, Georgia, and end up in our state and do it with impunity.
Crazy.
Because when you're in this country illegally and you're doing that, Georgia, and end up in our state and do it with impunity. From Mexico into our country, California, to profit from poisoning others, but it's another when you bring drugs from Mexico into our
Mexico,
country, California,
Mexico,
Texas,
Mexico.
Georgia, and end up in our state and do it with impunity. Because when you're in this country illegally and you're doing things illegally, I want to tell you, and you wind up in Polk County, Grady Judd is going to find you in Georgia and end up in our state and do it with impunity. Because when you're in this country illegally and you're doing things illegally, I want to tell you, and you wind up in Polk County, Grady Judd is going to find you. The DEA is going to help them. And my statewide prosecutors are going to lock you up for as long as we can.
Strong. Not weak. Not woke. Not woke. Or soft.
Senators, you heard our...
She ain't woke or weak or soft. She is serious, bro. Yeah, she said, we ain't playing with you, bro. Do a legal-ish here and see what happens.
That yesterday, but it is very interesting that he said he never spoke to his son about overseas dealings. His son said different things. Joe Biden was the point man for Ukraine, investigating at the time Ukrainians were a corrupt
shadiness.
And Zolchevsky, its owner.
Scruffulous-ness.
Was extreme. His son said different things. Joe Biden was the point man
shadiness.
For Ukraine, investigating at the time Ukrainians
funny
were a
business.
Company for Risma.
Scruffulous-ness.
Owner, an oligarch who by
JB
all
Cricket
media
Joe.
accounts we've discussed was extremely corrupt. Hunter Biden is paid $83,000 a month.
Crazy.
To sit on that board
Whack.
with no experience in energy,
Crazy.
no experience in the Ukraine, doesn't speak the language, and we clearly know that he had a very fancy job description. And he did none of those things. He attended 1 or 2 board meetings, one in Monaco, and then he went on a fishing trip with Joe Biden's family in Norway. The entire time, Joe Biden knows Hunter Biden stays on that board for 3 years. 3 years.
Oh, she passed.
Then we hear the video of Joe Biden bragging about firing the prosecutor, linking it to aid. Then we have the 6-minute phone call.
Oh, shit.
I didn't know it was this bad.
I know.
She,
First initial highlight
bro.
we got from Bobo,
She went in.
Matt was grilling, but she's grilling.
She
You
went
can't say that
in.
sexist. Now you got a female chief of staff and a female AG.
Got the Bobo, she ain't grilling bad over here. Matt was grilling, but she's grilling.
You can't say that Trump's sexist.
Word.
Female chief of staff and a
This
female
debunks
AG.
the
all the sexist
nonsense.
claims about Trump down the drain.
Yeah, but
This
they gonna look now.
repudiates the claims. This repudiates the claims, the baseless claims.
You got a female chief of staff and a female AG of the country.
Yeah.
All the sexist misogyny claims about Trump down the drain.
Put
Yeah,
to
yeah,
bed.
look now. You know what they're gonna say now?
This repudiates the baseless claims.
They gonna throw that, bro.
Bruh,
Say now.
What are they gonna say? Racist? All the sexist misogyny claims about Trump down the drain.
Yeah,
Word.
They gonna look now. You know what they're gonna say now?
What are they gonna say? Racist?
yep, the woke.
That's like a last Hail Mary.
They gonna throw that, bro.
I didn't want to say it because
You didn't see the video of Byron?
Everybody
Well, there's
said
not many
like-
black Republicans.
No, I'm talking about saying that she got the, because she's a woman, you know, because that'll make it seem like she got the job off.
They gonna throw that, bro.
I didn't want to say it because
You didn't see the video of Byron?
Everybody
Well, there's
said
not many
like-
They don't. DJT does not care what race a person is.
Say now.
What are they gonna say? Racist?
He doesn't care what
They gonna throw that, bro.
I didn't
race
want to say it because
You didn't see the video of Byron?
everybody
Well, there's
said
not
like-
many black
female
Republicans.
is.
No, I'm talking about saying that she got the.
They gonna throw that, bro.
I didn't want to say it because
You didn't see the
Did
video of Byron?
he say to purposely preclude black chicks? No. So stop. So cease the nonsense. Cease the nonsense.
They gonna say now.
What are they gonna say? Racist? That's like a last Hail Mary.
They gonna throw that, bro.
I didn't want to say it because
You didn't see the video of Byron?
Everybody
Well, there's
said
not many
like-
black Republicans.
No, I'm talking about saying that she got the, because she's a woman, you know, because that'll make it seem like she got the job off DEI.
You can't say she's not DEI because she's a two-time Attorney General of Florida and she's got a strong track record.
If you are adept at what you do, if you are adept at what you do, if you are adept at what you do, he wants you to be on in the cabinet.
Because she's a woman, you know, because that'll make it seem like she got the job off DEI.
You can't say she's not DEI because she's a two-time Attorney General of
Word.
Florida. She's got a strong track record. So that makes
EXP.
her more qualified than anything. You're one of the most strong Republican states, two-time elected AG, and you're viewed favorably with a strong track
She
record.
is
Yeah, and you're a female.
that
Come on now.
Any of that, she said.
lady.
Qualified than anything. You're one of the most strong Republican states, two-time elected AG, and you're viewed favorably with a strong track record. Yeah, and you're a female. Yeah, come on now.
Praise.
Any of that, she said, I'm assuming it's true about Joe Biden. That shit is insane. That's about Hunter Biden.
Well, that if Hunter Biden was on a board and then we're sending money to Ukraine, you know what I'm saying?
What are they gonna say? Racist? That's like a last Hail Mary. Yeah, and you're a female. I mean, come on now.
Any of that, she said, I'm assuming it's true about Joe Biden. That shit is insane. That's about
Craziness.
Hunter Biden.
Well, that if Hunter Biden was on a board and
Yeah, because she's a two-time Attorney General of Florida, and she's got a strong track record. So
That
makes her more qualified.
deserves
You're one of the most
praise.
strong Republican states, two-time elected AG, and you're viewed favorably with a strong
And the
track
first
record.
female.
Yeah, and you're a female. I mean, come on now.
Any of that she said, I'm assuming it's true about Joe Biden.
JB.
That's about Hunter Biden.
HHB.
That if Hunter Biden was on a board and then we were sending money to Ukraine, that goes hand in
She
hand.
said he was on a Ukraine board.
Yeah,
Crazy.
it was.
No good
They've been
reason
saying that they've been making money from Ukraine and
for no good reason.
That's about Hunter Biden.
Well, that if Hunter Biden was on a board and then we were sending money to Ukraine, that goes hand in
She
hand.
said he was on a Ukraine board.
Yeah, it was.
That's smart.
They've been saying that they've been making money from Ukraine and
Yep.
putting the money through checks through Hunter Biden's business.
Shady.
They've been saying that for a while now, the whole year, the whole
So that
investigation.
Pentagon bread going.
That anyone would do at any leadership level at DOJ, let alone the
People don't put their feet to the hold their feet to the fire. The wokes don't hold the cricket, the kinfolk. The wokes don't put Cricket Joe and HB's feet to the fire because they are Dems. The wokes don't hold the wokes don't hold Cricket Joe's and HB's feet to the fire because they are Dems. Bias, bro. The bias is crazy, bro. Whack.